Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for September 2nd. We're taking a look at the US-Japanese yen pair. Today, this pair closed up to retrace the gap. Don't know if y'all noticed that, but it did retrace it. The odds are definitely in its favor for doing so. This next session, I'm looking for a range of 109.46 and on the lower side, 107.48. As far as resistance goes, look for some resistance to come into the market around 109. And as far as support, look for some support to come into the market at around the 108.13 level. Now switching over to the Euro USD pair, this pair moved lower today, breaking some previous support levels. We do have, I am anticipating this pair moving lower. The bias is to the downside. It closed down today. I'm looking for this next session to be between 1.4650 and on the lower side between 1.4424. As far as support and resistance, looking pretty much for the same areas for the support and resistance to come into the market. Now taking a look at the pound just continues to move lower. It seems like it's moving lower across all pairs currently, and it continues its drop, its descent. So obviously the bias is to the downside. It's moving down. I'm looking for this next session to be between 180.46 and 177.30. Now we are approaching the previous levels from yesterday's video, so make sure to take a look at that and make note of that the pound, if it goes lower to around the 1.7786, we could see some support there, and I'm talking on a larger scale, not just this next session. And then also look for some support around 1.7617. I am looking for this pair to move lower, obviously. Now the US Swiss, I'm looking for this pair to move within a range of 1.1165 and on the lower side 1.0981. And as far as resistance coming into the market, look for it around 111, and for support we're looking at 1.1010. So that's somewhere around in this area. Now let's zoom out real quick. I want to show y'all just something that I was looking at earlier. We have this particular pair has been moving up, but it's been doing it kind of really slow and within a channel. So if you were going to be a potential buyer in this market, this point may be a good point to do that at, which is around the 1.0 or 110.06 level, I believe is what it said. So look for a retracement to this point. That may be a good point to buy, especially if this trend continues up. We could see that to be a good opportunity to go ahead and buy. You may want to put your stop loss here and then look for a 1-to-1 ratio or a break of this line to the upside to take profit. So that's just a little something I was looking at. I thought y'all may be interested in. Now, as far as the news announcements, the Australian dollar did move their rate down from 7.25% to 7%, and that was as expected. However, if you took a look at the Australian yen pair, it moved down over 100 pips on this news, which may be due to the news, maybe not. I mean, it's been moving lower for a while now. So the Swiss had their CPI. It came out worse than expected for both August and year to date, and their GDP was also down. So that's negative news on the Swiss, which may be the reason we saw the US Swiss pair move higher today. Now, moving into tomorrow, we have the Eurozone GDP for the second quarter being released at 5 a.m. Eastern Time, and the consensus is that the GDP has held steady at 1.5% year to date. They also have the retail sales for July, and the estimates on that is that it's up year to date from negative 3.1% to negative 2.1%. Nothing too exciting there, but if the news comes out much better than expected, we could see a little bit of movement in the Euro USD. Of course, if it comes out negative, we could see it move lower as well. And the Canadian Bank, Bank of Canada, has their rate decision for tomorrow, and it's being released at 9 a.m. The consensus is that they're going to hold the rate at 3% where it's been. So until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.